What's up guys, this is Crook for Money bringing you a Defiance video. When you first start up Defiance, you will encounter a screen like this saying install patch, and the game doesn't really take that long to install, but once you get to this screen to install the patch and all that, then you might be waiting about an hour, so keep that in mind. But once you get past that screen, then you just press play like that. That is how fast it is after you've installed everything, so you don't have to worry about it taking a long time after you've already installed the game. As you can see right here, I got my character Jellostone. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, you get claimable items, which you can see at the top, that you can claim every day. So I just press start, press the right back trigger, go down into claimable items or Defiance store, then go through the tab claimable items and then select it, and you get some rewards such as some script, I think that's what it's called, some cash, and then you get a key code, which is pretty important because it's pretty hard to actually pay for key codes. So to get 3 free every day is pretty cool. Which, as you can see, I just maxed out my key codes because you can only have 50 as a free to play player. If you pay, I think it's like a monthly thing or buy their DLC or something like that, you get more keys that you can store. But as a free to play player, you can only store about 50. This is what looks to be called a Chimera vendor, and I don't know how to access anything in it. But there's also this vehicle vendor, which I found looking up a tutorial, which I'll show you on the map. So this is the map right here, and this is where I'm at. So I'm going to scroll over to where you start out, which is over here at this little base. After you complete the tutorial, then you should end up here in this area. So now I'm just gonna move over to an area that I saw in a tutorial that said that there were vehicles, but I didn't find a vendor. So you can see I saw the merchant and it didn't say vehicles because I never found any there. But that's an area that you can discover. If you go there to there, then you'll discover that area, which should make this area a little bit more easier to find vehicles because it's just straight down. As you can see, I go straight down and it's this little isolated area right here called the headlands. So it should be pretty easy to find because you can't fully zoom out of the map, so I'm just trying to give you an exact idea of where this place is because the tutorial that I saw didn't exactly show it too well. So I'm just going back and forth across the map trying to show you, give you a general idea that this is the left side of the map so you can find it a little bit easier, hopefully. But as you can see, there's the merchant, said the vehicle vendor and all that stuff. You just saw the vehicle vendor. This is the lockbox, which, as you can see, there is key codes in the lockbox that you can buy. This one right here is the regular key code, just one. And it's fairly easy to get, but cash isn't that easy to come by as opposed to script. So the other key codes are hard to get, like the other key code packs that come with 5 or 10 or whatever. And yeah, it's not very wise to purchase them unless you're using real money, of course, because it is pretty difficult to get any more than one. So definitely use your rewards daily to get key codes to be able to purchase these lockboxes right here. You see there's the elite lockbox and the recruit and all that stuff. So the elite lockbox you can't actually buy as a free to play player because you can only hold up to 50 key codes at a time. But if you buy the DLC or a monthly payment to them or something like that, you get more key codes to have more than 50. So as a free to play player, you can't have 64 at a time, you can only have 50, which is why I go with the expert lockbox. As you can see right there, something weird happened right here. Like, I don't know what exactly happened, but I got all messed up. But there's the elite lockbox right there, which shows you that I can't buy it because I can only hold 50 at a time. So we're going with the expert lockbox. We're gonna buy with resources because buying with bits, I'm pretty sure, is that stuff right there, which I think you have to pay for. So we're not gonna pay in real money to get those bits, which I'm pretty sure that's how you get them. So we're gonna buy with the resources, and we get these weapons, which the rarities go in white, green, and so far, which is kind of similar to Borderlands if you've ever played that game, and probably quite a few other games. But the only one I know that does a rarity system like that is Borderlands. And yeah, you can see them down below. I have all my things with the star, which you just press the right on the D-pad to favorite them, which is also in Borderlands. You can make favorites, favorite guns, so that's kind of similar in that way too. But yeah, this game is kind of similar to Fallout in a way, which is why I kind of made my dude look like a Fallout character, a raider. And then it's kind of similar to Borderlands and like in a way because of the rarity systems and stuff. And I just bought another expert lockbox to show you some more weapons, just because I could buy 2 of them. And you always get a consumable item, as it says in the description, which that consumable item was frag grenades twice, so I couldn't hold 10 frag grenades because you can only hold 5 at a time. So it turns into a claimable item, which I've already showed you how to claim items. So when your inventory is full and you get extra stuff, you don't end up losing it. But we're gonna go into what this game's all about. So what this game is an MMO, which stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Experience. To use a game that came out about a year ago, I think, that is quite popular, is Destiny. Destiny is also an MMO, which means that you can be in a free roam environment with from anywhere to 30 to 100 people at the same time. I'm not really sure how many people you can hold in this game, but pretty much all these people can go to different areas. You could pretty much do whatever you want. You can go to different areas and do like raid boss type things, which is kind of similar to Borderlands, but Borderlands isn't an MMO. And the only real difference with this game is they're not really raid bosses. It's kind of just a lot of enemies at a time doing waves, which I'll show you in a little bit. But first I'm going to talk about this car, which I bought at the vendor. You start out with an ATV, so I bought this car at the vendor, and this is what I bought. And here's a little tip: if you hold A on the Xbox 360 or X on the PS3, you can do that little speed boost type thing. And yeah, this game is also available on the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC, so it's pretty much cross-platform, so definitely check it out. But we're gonna skip into some gameplay real quick. So to use a reference point, I'm still in the same area that I just came in with the car, but I got stuck for a bit and had to figure out how to get in here. So as you can see, that it's going by waves right now, and I'm pretty much killing everything I can with the little rifle that I'm using, which I end up switching over to the rocket launcher that I have, which I can shoot and hit people with, or I can decide to shoot it and detonate it, which I'm doing right there. You shoot it and you detonate it, and it breaks off into 4 explosives, which does a lot more damage, I think. So that's what I'm doing right there. One little fact about this game is why it is around right now and why it's free to play and whatnot, is that I think it is a TV show on Sci-Fi, which I know nothing about. I actually didn't know about this game for quite a bit. It's actually been out for at least a year. But I didn't know about it because it's not really advertised on the Xbox 360 at all. And I don't exactly remember what got me to try it. I think I may have just been scrolling around free-to-play games on the Xbox and then came across this and looked it up on YouTube. And it looked kinda interesting because it just looked like a pretty legit free-to-play game. And yeah, I kinda like third-person shooters, and I like the whole little loot system it has. So those are the reasons why I decided to try it. So in an attempt to not waste your time or anything like that, I skipped to the final enemy, I believe, and as we took it out, I went down, which is another gameplay mechanic. You can self-revive once, or you can have someone help you up, and you keep that self-revive. Of course, you can't self-revive twice, otherwise you lose some money. And I get helped up by that guy. We get the completion screen, and you can see right here that there was 10 people in this area. So anyone who spawned in went to this area, or as they were running around and just decided to all go into this one area, and that's what happened. That's the whole MMO aspect to the game. Anyone can be at any area of the map, fast travel closer to an event thing, and then you end up here with a bunch of people. But that's the video. Leave a like on the video if this was helpful or entertaining in any way. Subscribe if you're new, and peace. I'm out.
Don't be lonely, don't be lonely, don't be lonely, don't be lonely. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. We play the right track. Right. You say you fight back, but you remain confined and stagnant. Nope. Retaining your mind from sadness, afraid of action. Too late as we establish.